All right, I'm gonna double check right here if we have the mics on because our last mic's on. There we go. Okay, I did an entire arm workout and I didn't turn this on or the receiver. Not sure which one, but we had absolutely no volume. So we did an entire arm workout that we couldn't post, couldn't do anything with because we couldn't obviously hear my beautiful Miami, Boston voice, accent, whatever you want to call it. We're going to start off on one of our favorite exercises that we've been doing pretty much every bicep workout is going to be the cross arm curl with the dumbbell on the preacher curl. All right, we're already warmed up. Got a 40-pound dumbbell over here. We are going to get about 8 to 12 and on each arm. Let's get it. Let's go. The preacher, you can use an easy curl bar, which is the curled bar. You can use a straight bar. I like to use this variation. It's just what I feel the best. Now, obviously, you could use a regular single arm like this. The reason I like to use this way is because you get to go all the way down. Whereas when you go here, you really can't go any further or it's gonna put yourself in a really, really compromising position. The other version that when I was reading the magazines when I was a kid, Mike Menser, which is a Massachusetts native, did a version, had fucking huge arms. So I used to try this version where he would turn the body away from and he would go here. So this was another version, kind of a stretched, put it in a weird stretch position. Again, it worked for Mike. I've done them over the years. Not saying that it's a bad exercise, not saying it's a good exercise. It worked for him. I never really enjoyed the exercise. I never really could get a great mind-muscle connection. Maybe I was going too heavy, but I didn't really like that version. I'm not saying any of these versions are better than the others. I need you to find what version works for you. I found that this version, I get the most bang out of it because I'm feeling a great connection with the muscle that I'm trying to work. We did 12 in the first one. We're going to judge on the second set how we're going to move up or stay. If I can get 12 or more, then we're going to probably move up on weight. If I can't get 12, then we'll probably stay here. Let's get up. Get up. Up. Well, 2 sets, 12 reps. I'm gonna stick with that weight. Definitely the summer. Hot as all hell. Can get yourself outside for a walk. On Sunday, we went for a walk with the kids at around 10 in the morning. Sun was already up. I tried to play it off with the kids like it was gonna be okay. Quickly realized that it was a bad decision for that walk. Now we got through it, but it was just ridiculously hot. So nighttime, hard getting outside earlier than 5. Romeo has his basketball at 5 and it is just scalding. About 6, sun starts to dip a little bit more and it's more reasonable, but that 5 o'clock is pretty ruthless. So we're about a week away from going up to Massachusetts. We're going to be spending some time with the family, my family up there. We're going to bring the camera. We're going to find a gym. We're going to get some training in. But we're going to go out there. We're going to be on the beach. There's a hotel that has a pool and everything like that. So it's going to be really fun time with the family, trying to just get out there, rest and relax, get away from the whole daily grind of our work. But we don't stop this shit. Working out never stops. All right, let's go. Finish it up. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do is a spider curl. All right, we're going to have chest on the pad, laying away on an incline pad. We're gonna have the dumbbells at the same time. We're gonna curl them up. We're using lighter weight with this exercise. I've always found that using lighter weight, more reps is a better situation. When I go too heavy, it's very hard to get that mind-muscle connection. There becomes a lot of swing, a lot of shoulder movement. So we want to see these nice, concentrated. These are the old school, in a sense, Arnold curls, because Arnold used to just stick his arm across, just go like this. We're doing it with both arms. We have a chest supported, okay? We're gonna do about 15 to 20 repetitions. All right? Two, three, four. All right, so 20 reps right there. Almost zero forearm involvement. And all of this is in the biceps. Great muscle pump. After that first exercise where we did a lot of heavier weight, this is a great pump in the arms. Feels really good, guys. I mean, I will tell you, over the years, biceps has never been a muscle group that I've enjoyed to train, mainly because I just couldn't find that mind-muscle connection. I couldn't find that intensity in the gym. Because of the combination of the mind-muscle connection, every single time that I looked to do more weight, more repetitions, whatever it was, and I think it was just an exercise selection. Okay, I was using exercises that other people, benefited from, as opposed to just working on diligently the exercises that I found the most bang for their buck. Okay, and that's a big thing with training, guys. Do not just do exercises that other people prescribe. Try them, put as much effort into them, but if you're not getting the same kind of response, you're not getting a pump, you're not getting that mind-muscle connection, move on. Fuck. Oh man. That feels good. In between some sets, guys, I said this before, I don't know what to say. My mind kind of drifts. I try to do as much as I can for you guys to give you what's going on, but sometimes your mind just drifts to just relax. And that's fine. Okay? Now, I do think that you need to kind of harness that in, because if your mind is always drifting to other places, your body will follow. Okay? So make sure that from time to time, when you start to see yourself drifting away, refocus yourself. Okay? Get yourself refocused in on what you're doing and realize, okay, we're going to get prepared for that next set. Okay? Don't get afraid. Don't get afraid of, but get yourself in that mindset of what we're going to accomplish, how we're going to get through it, what we're going to do. Okay? Okay, ready? Last one. All right, that's it. Third set, 20 reps. Moving on. Let's get it, let's go. All right, so we moved on to a preacher curl. So been playing around with a few things right here. One of my favorite preacher curls is it's not at an angle, it's actually straight across, okay? So your hands go up here and it just stays straight across. It doesn't go down at an angle. What I'm trying to do is position myself in this machine to kind of replicate that. Now, the only problem is once you get to a certain point, because of the leverage, there's no resistance, okay? So at the peak or at the top half of that, there is no resistance. So I kind of have to work through this and just stay in the range of motion where there is resistance. So here's an example. Like normal, a preacher curl, you're gonna be down here. We're gonna get the weight up here. We're gonna keep the arm flat. When you come here, there's gonna be resistance. When you get to about this point, okay, so I'm gonna turn my arm around. When you get to about this point, there is gonna be no more resistance, okay? So we're gonna have to stop a little bit short of that to keep the resistance on the bicep and make sure that we're continuing to focus on pushing ourselves a little bit more. So again, should I be doing this? Is this effective? Guys, I've been in the gym for almost 20 years. Okay, I've tried almost everything. So today, in the idea of me trying to just find a variation for this, I am trying this. Is it ideal or beneficial for you guys to do these things? Probably not, because a lot of you guys are probably not going to understand how to do this to effectively to push yourself. But again, give it a try. I mean, at the end of the day, it can't hurt. Now, we're going to come here, we're going to get that place. Again, we're going to sit in here. Right now, there's absolutely no resistance at the top portion. But as we let the weight out, keep that arm where we can to be perpendicular to the floor. And go very slow motion. There you go. Last one. Fuck. Alright. Found it. Alright, so I found that range of motion where I can keep the resistance on there the entire time. Felt great. Pushed myself a little bit different. So that's the cool thing about biceps. You're doing all of the exercises in a very similar fashion. We're basically just curling the arm. Okay, but the different angles that you use and how the resistance is set up, you are going to feel the biceps work differently. That is just a big nuance to it. There is a little areas of the bicep that are a little bit different. You know, it's not as big of a muscle group as say like chest, where there's an upper, middle, and lower chest. But for the most part, when you're doing all those exercises, you're feeling pretty much the same thing. So when you're doing a chest press, a dumbbell press, Smith machine press, all those things, you're kind of feeling the exact same thing. Just depends on what angle you're using and what area of the chest that you're focused on. With biceps, the different angles and different machines that you use, it just feels different on the bicep. Get back into that position. All right, there's no resistance here, but we're gonna find that resistance point. Stretch. 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 There you go. Oh my God. Oh, it felt good. I gotta load back up my drink. Go one more on those biceps. Remember guys, if you're trying to build bigger arms overall, I advise you do your triceps first. So if you feel that your biceps and triceps are about the same, you just want bigger arms, I would advise that you do your triceps first. They make up 2/3 of your upper arm. That being said, for me, as I've said many times before, my biceps is an area where I need to improve. My triceps obviously will come up, but I want to prioritize my biceps. So we're doing the biceps first in all of our training when it comes to arms. Okay, to get the most energy, we can put forth the most effort, and then we're good to go. Last one, baby. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I saw my video this morning, 12 means 12. And I thought about that during the set, because when I got to 5, I was already starting to gas, okay? I told you guys we're doing sets of 15, so I thought through that. I said, listen, bro, if you don't get the number you say you're gonna do, you're a failure. And you gotta think like that. You have to think like that, guys. When you go into these sets, you have to think, when you set up a goal, it's either success or failure. Too often, people make up excuses why they didn't get to where they are, because of this, because of that. Bro, that does not matter. It is black and white. Wins and losses, successes and failures. There's no fucking ties, bro. There's no ties in this world. Okay? Stop thinking that you're ever going to win if you're always thinking about a way out. Okay? There's a win and there's a loss. You say you're going to do 15, you do fucking 15. Boom, you got to win. When you say you're going to do something, you get it done. And that puts more confidence in yourself because you become someone that accomplishes things that you say that you're going to do. Bro, people know when they see me, when they see the big Stu, bro, he don't cheat on his diet. He don't miss his workouts. He doesn't miss his cardio. He stays lean year round. Why? Because every goddamn time they see me, that's who I am. I'm him. Okay? I'm him. I'm that guy that when you do a check-in on Christmas and you do a check-in on July 4th, looks the goddamn same. And every day in between. Okay? Why? Because I've made sure that whatever I say I'm going to do, when I say I'm going to stay in shape, I stay in shape. The only way you stay in shape is you stick to that diet. The only way you stay in shape is you do that cardio. The only way you stay in shape is that you don't miss those workouts. I'm him. Okay? You can be him, you can be her, you can be whatever the fuck you want to be. But if you say you're going to do shit, stick to it and do it and accomplish it. Let's get it. All right, so moving on to triceps. First tricep exercise we're going to do is the single arm overhead extension. This is usually something that I finish with, but one of the cable apparatuses that we're wanting to use is taken right now. So we are going to just start with this. Sometimes it's just good to change the order of exercises. 1, 2, 3. Let's stick with that. It's a little bit of a pull at my left elbow, but nothing drastic. Happens when you're doing some of your tricep exercise from time to time. Like I said, it's nothing drastic. I'm not doing any super heavy presses. I'm not exerting myself to the nth degree, so I don't think there's going to be any kind of injury happen. I do think that it is just a combination of my body warming up, getting used to kind of the exercise. Like I said, it's not a sharp or jagged pain. Just think it's one of those wear and tear type situations that happens from time to time when your body just needs to kind of assimilate to the exercise that you're doing. So if it progressively obviously gets worse, then obviously I know I need to kind of move to a different exercise. This is a very concentrated exercise. We're not exerting a ton of energy to stabilize ourselves or do anything. We are doing it seated. My right arm obviously got to rest while my left arm was going. Put it down, give yourself a little bit, another 30 to 45 seconds, and then we move on. Get it in place. 1, 2. The elbow's a little bit on the tender side. Nothing worse than the first one. It sucks because the right side feels smooth as hell. The left side, not as much. So, shit happens. We're gonna be careful on the last set to not, put ourselves in a situation we can get hurt. We are going to move on right now. Let's get it, let's go. Last one. I got one more. There it is. That's it. All right. All done. All right. We done. Let's move on. All right. So the first exercise that we are going to do here is, because this is going to be like a superset. We're going to do an overhead extension. So we're going to do these extensions like this. Okay. And then we're going to move them up, and then we're going to do cross bodies. Okay. So that's going to be the superset that we're going to do. So we're going to step here. I already have the weight that we're going to use. Cross the body. We're going to get these in our hands. Put ourselves over the head, up like this. Here it is. So you guys can see it. Perfect overhead extension. You follow it into the superset with this. Push down. Beat shit on. So the triceps are gassed. All right, so let's go. body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hi, excuse me, sir.
What's up?
Where can I get this?
All right, here we go. Let's go. Up. Yep. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. I tried to start it. I can't get shit. 2 more. There we go. All right, that's it. On to the next one. So we'll move on to the last exercise for triceps. We're basically going to do the exact same idea, just with a different attachment. So we're going to use a rope attachment. We're going to start with an overhead extension. Then we're going to move it up, and then we're going to do our typical push downs and stuff like that. So hitting it a little bit differently because we're using both arms at the same time. We're not doing cross body. We're doing just a typical overhead. So we're going to go right here. The weight. 1, 2. Up. Okay. Here, triceps. Come right here, just 1, 2. Because we're doing the overhead extensions first and then moving into it. Obviously, the second exercise is going to be a little bit tougher because we're already 15 reps deep. So when we start to hit reps, things like 10 to 15, you're already 20 to 25 reps already into the set. So arms are fatigued, arms are tired. That's exactly what we're here to do. Keeping that concentration in the triceps, focus hard, going in like this, step away for a sec, just make sure there's no touch at the bottom. 1, 3. Hip. All right, so we only have 15 on there, barely got it. So we're gonna lower the weight on the push downs or bring it down 1 notch. Try to get as many good reps as we can. All right, lock it in. 1, 2, 2. Fuck. All right, now we're just gonna pull it down. 1. Fuck, that's it. Even though that's not like perfect reps, we are trying to just blast out as much effort as we can into the triceps as we finish it off. We got 1 more of these, and then we're done. My stomach's rumbling right now. Like I need to use the bathroom 1,000%.